Allegiant Stadium, opened back in 2020. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And the slot man goes in motion left. From the 27, Newton. Throw complete right side to Cooks.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now it's Newton. And the Raiders have got him. Kenny Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
This is complete. Finds his man Hearns. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, check that. Street.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. The Raiders had 8-3 now. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Look at my team.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Looking to throw on second down. Culpepper. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes...
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 27, Newton taking a shot for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Hearns, a man in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Off play action. Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
On 4th down, Newton. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
With the score, Raiders 10, Dolphins nothing.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Throwing is Newton. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Thus far, they've been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Hearns a man in motion right. Back to the air, Newton on second down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back.
That's it.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. This is a counter play. Eckler. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. On 2nd and 12. Newton. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Out of the gun, Newton. Completes it to Samuel. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
20.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Newton now to throw. He'll get this to Eckler. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. On now the Miami field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. And a 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they tried to drop it in there, but it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, that's kind of one of those we saw developing and had interception written on it from the second that ball left his hand.
And if you're going to throw a floater like that, it really only works if you're leading a tight end on a flag route or something to the corner of the end zone. If you're going to throw a ball like that to the sideline, you're just giving the defender way too much time to make a read on it, step in, and make the play.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first first down to set him back on second. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
In motion left goes Cooks. Throwing on second and long. Newton. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage here on third down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They snap it to Newton. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Let's go now. Mustang 19. Check contact. Check contact.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
18, hurt. 18 Cardinal. 70 Rangers.
On second down, Culpepper. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 53. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So not the greatest of first halves for them, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. They're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And, Charles, they got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On third down, here's Taylor. Oh, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
And the Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton. Looking sideline, incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Third and long, it's Newton. This is caught, it's Cooks. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the 1st down, but they decided keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, that decision paid off indeed. Again, Newton on the move to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Up the middle with Eckler. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 4th down, Newton. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jonnu Smith, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
Right there, hurt.
They go play action here on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just...
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Slot man moves right. Back to throw, Newton. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 2nd and 15 now. Newton. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Newton now to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Levante David in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. On 2nd and goal, Newton. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Eckler will score. Touchdown, Miami. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Go 3. 19 tight. 19 tight. Buffalo 18. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
They'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
70 Lions. 18. 5 years. Tap, 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 tap.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41.
Hey, check that. Street.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. In motion comes the tight end left. On first down, Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interceptions. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Cowboy 80. Check smash.
They'll set up to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's got room. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Back to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Allstott. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Ready, set. Check the eagle. Check the eagle. Hey.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Well, they came so close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leaves them asking what could have been? So many moments where they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game. And let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.
So for the Dolphins, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in